up, everybody? You are watching another edition of Coffee with Cody on the 10After7 podcast. Today, I'm going to take you back to the summer of 2004, one of the most memorable trips I've ever had. And I'll start by saying I'm thankful that my brother was good at baseball because no team was going to invite me to go on these cool trips. So summer of 2004, his team's going to Cooperstown, New York. I know exactly where that is. It's where the Baseball Hall of Fame is in New York City. I couldn't be more stoked. I'm the little brother. I'm going to tag along. We get there. Problem is, with being the little brother, I had to stay with the parents. Can't stay with the team. My mom and two other moms got a bed and breakfast. It wasn't just any bed and breakfast. This thing was on a slant. You would sit on the toilet and literally be slanted. It was weird. So I'm begging, Mom, come on, please let me stay with the team. I'm bored. I have nothing to do here. I had my Xbox. That was it. So they asked the coach, hey, can Cody come stay there in the dorms with the team? He said yes. Thankful for that. Bring my Xbox, put it in the middle of the room. That becomes the most poppin' room all week. That's where all the teams were staying, in that dorm. So there was an arcade room, some pool to play. And the coolest part, turns out my brother's teammate was the son of Scott Boras. You don't know who Scott Boras is. He's the super agent, was the agent for name any big baseball player ever. Alex Rodriguez, Miguel Tejada, I know was one of them. Any big baseball star, he was their agent. So I got into conversations with him, talking about current players. At the time, Greg Maddux was going for his 300th win. So Scott Boras was taking PJs back and forth to catch that win. And he sits me down. We're talking about, he's asked me, who's the shortstop at Long Beach State right now? I knew who it was, just couldn't put the name together. It was Troy Tulowitzki, who turned out to be a great shortstop for the Colorado Rockies. And Scott Boras told me then, years before, that's going to be the next big star. You watch. And turns out, Troy Tulowitzki was that dude for a long time before injuries kind of hampered his career. So Scott Boras knows everywhere around this little town, Oneonta, New York. Upstate, beautiful, all green everywhere. Scott Boras takes a bunch of us on these car rides through random streets, and he's going pretty fast. He knows where everything is, and players are calling him during the rides, like Jason Varitek, Oliver Perez. We're like, man, this is the coolest freaking experience ever. So now when anything comes up about Scott Boras always being stingy, no, he's just doing his job, and he's one of the coolest human beings I've ever met. So the tournament happens. I think they come in third place, lost to the Chicago Bada Bings or something like that. My brother might have made an error in left field at the time. It was a tough one. He still gets slack for it from his buddy Haas Fierro. So we go to New York City the week after, taking all the sightseeing, Times Square. Scott Boras went to dinner with Alex Rodriguez and Kevin Brown the night before a Yankee game. And awesome. He hooked us up with some tickets. I got them right here. Yankee Stadium, old Yankee Stadium. Not the new one, old one. I got 2 tickets. This one right here, I remember them playing the Blue Jays. El Duque was on the mound that day. And the seats were badass. We sat probably 7 rows back. My mom, I think there's 2 different tickets because my mom and everyone else, all the parents sat all the way at the top of the stadium. And my mom always still brought it up. That Yankee Stadium was so old, she was scared to death to be at the top of that stadium. They were looking straight down, she says. It was old. I mean, it had been there when Babe Ruth was playing. So that was kind of cool. Going to Cooperstown, the actual museum, awesome. Main Street there, incredible stores on the sides. You could go to baseball stores. I remember getting a cool wooden pen that looked like a baseball bat. Bought a couple minor league hats. Always been obsessed with that. That's what I got on right now. And going into the museum, there was a kid in a candy store. I was in heaven. I remember peering off by myself, not even following the team. And the one thing I remember specifically was they had all the World Series rings laid out from year 1 up until year 2003. That was awesome. Also saw a little exhibit that they had of Babe Ruth. They had his bat, glove, jersey, ginormous human being. It was heaven on earth for me. I don't remember the lake in Cooperstown, but I do remember the first baseball field that we went to, Doubleday. Auburn Doubleday, if you don't know him, look it up. Created baseball. Thank him for that. So that was cool. Oneonta I fell in love with. a little town. I want to go back so bad. And I actually got in the booth and announced one of my brother's games that was at the Oneonta Tigers Stadium, a minor league team for the Yankees. John Elway played there. I'm sure Mickey Mantle, all those guys coming up with the Yankees. That was awesome. So basically, I'm telling you, and here's the museum ticket stub. My mom saved all these. That's freaking unbelievable that I have that from 2004. I'm going to go back one day. I've said it. I've said I could die in Cooperstown, bury me there, where the baseball legends are honored every single year. I'm going to go back. Me and my brother have said when Clayton Kershaw possibly gets inducted, not possibly, when he gets inducted. First ballot, no doubt. When that is, we don't know, but we're definitely going to take the little nephews. They'll be old enough to take in all the sights and sounds of the museum. It's going to be awesome. I just wanted to tell that story. It's one of the coolest ever. And the little brother wins again. Gets to stay in the dorms with the big bros. And got to go to Cooperstown. And I had zero talent, had no business going there. Dill, cheers to you for that one. That's the edition with Coffee with Cody. Thank you for tuning in. You can follow me on Twitter at 10After7 or on Instagram at 10_after_7. I'm out. Woo! Go Dodgers.